Hey, what's going on, you guys? Like, I'm gonna review a TikTok video about some girls that went out in Tokyo and give my analysis about their night out. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, I was on TikTok trying to review this video like at least 15 times, and every time I did, the video kept crashing. It just didn't work. Like I think like from December, like several months back. So luckily, I found the video again and I saved it so I can kind of put it out here on YouTube. As always, I'll leave a link to the original video below. But I want you guys to really see, this night give some advice, like, because she did quite a few things wrong. Her and her friends, they did some things right, but they did a few things wrong that I want to kind of let you guys know about how to plan and not plan your night. Again, in the future, when I after I finish my book, which is going to come out in about a month hopefully, and then next I'm going to do start working on guides for you guys, and I'll give a few more tips and stuff like that to help you guys really enjoy your time here. But for this, I just want you to see, what they did. Of course, they have fun, which I'm really happy they did, but there are a few things they could have done to make their night even better. So we're gonna get into it, and I'll give you my advice.
This is how we ended up stuck in Shibuya until 5 a.m. We wanted to experience the nightlife in Tokyo, but all the trains stop at 12 a.m. So we thought we were being smart by going to a club near us. Look at us getting ready to walk to the club. This is always the best part of the night, and it always goes downhill. So I found this club on TikTok near Ueno Station. It had really good reviews, but tell me why we were the only people in the club.
So first off, right there, they went to party near Ueno Station. They were probably getting their advice from like Reddit or something like that. That's a bad idea right there. Okay. Sorry. Ueno Station is not the poppin'. Anywhere near Ueno is not the poppin' area to go on a night out. Also, my feeling is that they were out on a weeknight probably, so they were just like they checked Google, they found some place probably near their hotel or guest house where they were at. Probably my guess is that they were in Asakusa or near Asakusa, just because like that's more northern central Tokyo kind of area. Just the area that they're talking about. It just seems fitting that that's where they were. They really didn't know the lay of the land so much here, so they were like, "Hey, Asakusa, Ueno's near there. I know Ueno Park. Let's go there." And yeah, so they messed up from the beginning, right? If you're in Tokyo, to come out for fun, for a night out with your boys and stuff like that, you know, I'll get, for me personally, of course, Shibuya is going to be the number one area. Roppongi, maybe Shinjuku, maybe Ikebukuro, depending where you are. Uh, then you've got Shimbashi or Ginza area, depending on where you're going. But past last train, you're going to want to be in the area of Shibuya. You're going to want to be in the area of Shinjuku. Maybe Ikebukuro, depending on like what you're into, or Roppongi. Those are going to be the areas that keep going past last train. Even on weekdays, I don't recommend doing that. But if you're here for a short time, not a long time, you want to just experience the nightlife. Yes, that's a big thing. Do not expect it to be popping in Ueno after last train on a weekday. That's crazy. Unless there is like a specific event that you're going to. But even in that case, if it's not your cup of tea that you read about it, you're kind of stuck there, and there's really nothing else for you to really do.
Well, actually, that would have been a massive sleigh, like private party vibes, but there were two men. So obviously, we left that place and we went to Izakaya. Honestly, I don't remember what we ate. Why am I holding my chopsticks like this?
Yeah, so I mean, all right, they're just killing time at Izakaya, trying to figure out where they want to go next. So they really don't have a plan of action. If you've been around for a while, I say a plan A and a plan B at least. This is kind of why, right? Your plan A doesn't work. You got a plan B that you can go straight to. I'm more than likely guessing they were like, I don't know, what do we do? I don't know, let's go to Izakaya. I don't know, let's get on our phones to see what we can do next. And I don't know, you, yeah, you're in Japan and you're gonna have some, modicum of fun, but it's gonna be far less fun than if you have a plan A and a plan B, maybe even a plan C, and then you can kind of wander around, but on your way to those destinations, but and kind of drift Tokyo drift that way. But you're gonna want to, have a couple of places that you have lined up.
And we saw these two pretty girls on the street who recommended us to go to Shibuya. It was already 1 a.m., so we took the taxi, which was so expensive.
Yeah, see, okay, this is a recipe for disaster right here, right? Of course, they went from Ueno to Shibuya, which at past last train is gonna be maybe like 5,000, 6,000 yen, maybe like probably like 50, $60 maybe. Or okay, the yen's cheap, but just if we're doing like a 1 to 100 ratio, like 50 to $60, just to get a train, a taxi there after like experiencing that. Now, you can also say the girls just told them go to Shibuya, which means they didn't tell them where to go. They just said go to Shibuya and figure it out. Shibuya is more fun than Ueno, which is obvious, but again, they're just doing stuff, right? That's kind of my issue with their video. I'm not bashing them. They look like they had a fun girls' night out, but they could have had way more fun if they would have just taken a few more preparatory steps before going out on a night on the town, right? Especially wearing like party margarita beads, Mardi Gras beads, and stuff like that. Like they're doing too much. For me, they doing way too much. But hey, teach their own.
If you ever wanted to see empty Shibuya Scramble, here you go. I literally have no footage except for this from the bathroom. We made friends with these 4 girls and danced until the club closed, and why is it daylight? My soul left my body when I saw Megaton Kyoto at 4 a.m. We immediately took the first train home. Goodbye.
Yeah, so we don't know what club they went to. They probably don't know where they were in. They just, were probably walking around the street asking people where to go. They ended up probably in some small bar or something like that. There was probably a poppin' place there or some events there if they would have been a little bit more prepared. What I would have done differently, instead of staying in Asakusa, stay in a place that's reasonably near central Tokyo, between Shibuya, Roppongi, or even outside of the Yamanote line to the south. They're to the north, right? And that's kind of the touristy area. You want to be kind of to the south, right? That's one. Two, yeah, of course they were pre-gaming it, but when they were at dinner or something like that earlier on in the evening, I would have, planned out the night. We've got technology now. I would have looked for places, Japanese sites, not just English ones, going based on the type of music you want to listen to. They were just seeing what place is popping. But the more important thing is what type of music you want to listen to. If you don't know why, because the music you listen to dictates the type of people that'll be there, which dictates the type of fun you're gonna have. Like for me, I never really the few times I've been to like techno kind of EDM kind of club or stuff like that with some of my other friends. I never had fun. I never got any love. The girls weren't interested. It just wasn't my bag, right? I don't need to go to like a hip hop place all the time. Sometimes it can be like some chill house or stuff like that. It's fine, but like it's not my bag, right? That's not that's not me. I'm sorry. I'm not knocking you for it. It's just not me. So you got to know like who you are. You got to know like what type of place is for you, and then set your situation up so that it matches what you want to do. Because especially this is all guys here. That's gonna match the type of girls that you meet there and the type of night that you have. Whether you kicking it to girls or not, you're gonna want to be in an atmosphere where you got some nice little eye candy to kind of walk around. They were just on like a fun, crazy woo woo, I don't know, kind of girls night. They really probably didn't even care, didn't know what they were doing, which is fine for them. But for you guys, I want you guys to tap into Tokyo a bit on a deeper level and find like those dope spots that you really didn't know existed. You were like, oh my gosh. A quick story before we get out of here. One of the best clubs I ever had, like used to go on a regular basis. Me and my boy were out one night, at a play, our plan A place. I was in a relationship. I was his wingman. He went over, started kicking it to some older women. They were in their 30s. We were in our 20s. They were like, "Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go over to this club." We were like, "Oh, what's that club?" Like, "Come on, we'll show you." They took us over to the. We were in a cool spot. They took us to the dope spot, and they introduced us to the dope spot, and that became the spot for like everybody for like years until the nightclub closed. Right. Hopefully I'll do a video on that place in the future. I'm trying to find footage of it. It's kind of hard because this was before YouTube. But my point is, like, this is a case in point of, yeah, you'll have fun in Tokyo regardless of whatever you do because it's someplace different. It's like being in Disneyland and just hanging out by the bathrooms like the whole time. You're gonna just the fact that you're there, you're gonna have a good time, but it's much more fun to kind of get on the rides, know where you're going, actually go see some of the attractions and find places where you can have a deeper, more meaningful experience. Let me know with a like or comment what you guys think. I hope it's helpful. I'll try and search TikTok and do a few more of these. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.